What's going on, guys? This is Chris from the Boys Podcast, and today I'm going to be taking us back to 2007 to talk about a game that's all about manipulating time. And I'm not talking about Time Cop. That's right, folks. I'm talking about TimeShift. Developed by Saber Interactive, TimeShift was a first-person shooter that introduced a unique time manipulation mechanic that allowed players to rewind, pause, and slow down time. But was this innovation feature enough to make TimeShift a classic? Join me as we jump into the DeLorean and we head back in time.
The game follows the story of Colonel Michael Swift, a U.S. Army Ranger who is part of an elite squad tasked with testing a top-secret time-traveling suit. The suit, known as a quantum suit, allows the wearer to manipulate time, slowing down or reversing the flow of time. During an experiment, the quantum suit is stolen by a scientist named Dr. Paul Algar, who uses it to travel back in time to the year 1939. Algar's actions create a hellish future where the world is on the brink of destruction. Colonel Swift is sent back in time to prevent Algar from altering the timeline and to correct the course of history. Swift must navigate through various time periods, including World War II and a hellacious future, to prevent Algar from carrying out his plans. As Swift travels through time, he discovers that Algar's actions have created a complex web of time paradoxes and alternate timelines. Swift must use his wits and quantum suit abilities to unravel the mystery of Algar's plan and restore the original timeline.
Like we heard before on the podcast, on several of the episodes, guys, I had to endure a hellacious grocery trip with my dad to be able to go to Blockbuster, and I was able to pick up TimeShift for $9.99. And TimeShift is not the greatest game, it's not the worst game. It falls in that category of what you would get from a $9 to $20 game. And sometimes I would get lucky with a gem, like Earth Defense Force. I found that was a hidden gem, and Shenmue I was able to pick up in that $10 to $20 range, which is one of my favorite games of all time, Shenmue 2. So guys, let's jump in depth in TimeShift and see how good it really was. TimeShift has some unique things about it that made it a pretty cool game. Rewinding time allows you to undo mistakes such as taking damage or missing a shot. Pausing time gives you the opportunity to take out multiple enemies at once or to solve puzzles. And slowing down time enables you to move quickly and avoiding taking damage. Time manipulation abilities are fueled by a meter that replenishes over time. That means you need to use these abilities strategically because you can't constantly use them, which makes you think. That's what I liked about game. You're always thinking, and I'm the type of gamer just want to go guns a-blazing into a room full of enemies. And you can definitely do this in this game, but you're going to take damage. So you're going to have to slow it down a little bit, use your abilities, avoid taking a lot of damage. So your time manipulation abilities really come into effect in this game. So in terms of combat, TimeShift features a variety of weapons, from the standard issue rifle to the more futuristic energy weapons. The game also includes a variety of enemies ranging from standard soldiers to the more advanced mechs and robots. One unique aspect of TimeShift's combat is the way time manipulation affects the battlefield. For example, players can rewind time to undo damage taken from an enemy, or pause time to take out multiple enemies at once. So there's a lot of cool things you can do in this game. And back then the graphics were really great. So it was definitely worth picking up for $9.99. So was TimeShift a hidden gem like Earth Defense Force was? Definitely. From $9 to $20, I've played some really bad games and some really good games. And I'd say TimeShift falls right in the middle. I picked up games, again, like I just said, Earth Defense Force. I picked up Shenmue 2 in that $10 to $20 range, and that's one of my favorite games of all time. So overall, TimeShift's gameplay is a unique blend of a first-person shooter action and a time manipulation puzzle game. It's truly a game that challenges us, the players, to think creatively and use our time manipulation abilities strategically to get through the game, depending how you want to play it. If you're a runner and gunner, this is probably not the game for you. This is very slow, methodical paced game. Using your abilities to go through the game makes it actually more fun. So, guys, if you can pick up TimeShift for a cheap price like I did back in 2007 for $9.99, I would definitely pick it up and give it a try. And I will see you next week for another episode.